What motivates you to attend the church?
So I work with a organization called YWAM, and when we came to Brazil, we got hooked up with Dunamis, and so we've been coming to the church every day for almost a month now, just really working with them, serving with them, seeing the lost saved, and seeing healings break out. And I think we were just so impacted by Vox as a whole, as a service. With just what they're doing here and the fire and the passion that they have. We're so hungry to come back every week because of what we're seeing here, because of the fire and the passion that they have.
And what Jesus means for you?
For me, Jesus is everything. I grew up in a Christian home, and I knew about Jesus, but I didn't know the man Jesus. And when I met the man Jesus as a real person, it became everything I desired. He became all that I needed, and without him, it's like I don't know who I am, how to live, and he just become everything.
Tell for us your best experience with God.
My best experience with God is probably about a year ago when I was in my first year of YWAM. I had grown up in a Christian home, like I said before, and I knew about Jesus, but I wasn't actually living for him, and there was no fruit in my life. And so I was doing like all the wrong things, drinking, partying, like hooking up with boys, all the wrong things. And for me, when I came to YWAM, I thought, oh, I'll never be free, I'll never be redeemed, like I can never be forgiven. And there was this one moment where they called everyone to the front, and they were praying just purity over us, and like for our sins to be forgiven and to be washed white. And I'll never forget, I just laid on the floor for like 2 hours, just weeping and weeping and weeping. And after I got up from the floor, I was completely washed clean. I was completely redeemed. I knew that I was forgiven, and I knew that from that moment on, I was never going to be the same person.
What do you think about this new generation, about the young people, the religion young people?
I think it's so awesome what God's doing on the earth right now, that he really is raising up a generation of people who are so after him, who are so after his heart and the things that he wants to see. And I think it's awesome to see this generation moving in the supernatural and signs and wonders and miracles and seeing healings, seeing salvations, and it's all rooted from a place of hunger and a place of deep desire to know relationship with the man Jesus. And out of that is just a natural overflow of what we see in the book of Acts. Like we're seeing it in this generation because we're so in awe of the man Jesus.
What makes you decided to be a missionary?
Awesome. So for me, my parents were pastors, and I always had a desire for more. I'd grown up in the church, going to church literally every single day, but I knew that there had to be more. And what was stirring in my heart, like growing up, I knew that there had to be like more people to share it with. There had to be more outside of what I was living in. And my heart was so compelled by the love of Jesus to just go. And so I knew like nothing else matters. I have to go, no matter the cost, no matter what I have to give up. Like Jesus is worth it. And when I had that revelation, I knew that it was all over for me. That from then on out, like missionary life was the only life for me because people had to know the good news.
And for finish, please give a message for those people.
The message that I have for people is that Jesus is so worth it. He's worth everything. He's worth you giving up anything he asks. He's worth your desires. He's worth your talents. He's worth it all.